Chris Haynes, Cleveland.com. Because I guess a team like that, are you pleased with the way you guys came out and handled them? And second of all, was that bad shooting or great defense on your part?
Well, I thought the first half, I thought we played great defense. Just coming in, looking at it and watching it. I thought, our guards tried to get into the ball. Our bigs was in a great drop position to contain Larkin on the pick and rolls. And then the second half, we just, took a step backwards, started messing around with the game, taking shortcuts. And they was able to, they missed some shots and we got lucky, but the first half was way better than the second half.
Jason Lloyd, Big Journal. Can you get a gauge on? I mean, I just asked you this a couple of games ago. I don't know, they're running together. Can you get a gauge on where you guys are defensively right now, just with the changes that you've made and how that's progressing? I know you just said you liked it in the first half, didn't like it in the second half, but as a whole, since you've made the changes that you've made, where do you think you guys are defensively with a handful of games left to go?
What's my parameter as far as
where you want to be when the playoffs begin?
I think, like you said, we went back to what we've been doing, and I think guys are able to play faster. I think they're not playing in thought anymore, and we're able to recover on a lot of things that we weren't able to do earlier. But we still working, still getting better. But I like what we're doing.
Tyronn, David Benoit, ESPN. You're able to keep minutes pretty low across the board tonight because of the nature of the game. How could that impact tomorrow night's back-to-back? And then have you thought about resting guys, into maybe Sunday?
Not resting anyone tomorrow. Tonight, coming out to start the game, we wanted to come out and try to take care of his team early, and try to have our legs for tomorrow night's game. And I thought the guys did a good job in the first half, but second half I thought we messed around a little bit. And hopefully, like you said, it will help us out in tomorrow's game, with having legs and ready to play. Because we haven't been great on back-to-backs.
Hayden Grove, Scout.com. Did you have any consideration in resting Kyrie tonight, given the illness, or JR even?
Yeah, I did, but they wanted to play.
Joe Vartan, Cleveland.com. There was a lineup that you went to in the second quarter, kind of late, it was LeBron, Shump, JR, Kevin, and then both of the bigs. They were interchangeable. In that lineup, which had a good night tonight, is LeBron the point guard, or how does that work?
Yes, he's a primary ball handler when we go to that lineup, and Shump guards the point guards, but Bron offensively he runs the offense, so he's the point guard offensively.
Is that a lineup that you like that you might use in the playoffs?
Yes, it could happen.
Stay out front, I'm sorry. Ty, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Kyrie 0 for 5 from three-point range tonight. That seems to be the one area that he hasn't gotten back to the level that he's usually at, is three-point shooting. Do you think that's natural for somebody coming off the injury that he was coming off of? And have you noticed anything with his three-point shot that might be a little bit of a concern to you?
Well, early on, I knew he was struggling, shooting the ball. And then I thought it was probably like an 8 or 10 game series where he shot the ball really well, and we thought he was getting his legs back and getting his legs underneath him. But those shots he got throughout the course of this game, he got a lot of open shots, uncontested, catch and shoot, and he got to make those shots, and we're living with those shots because we know he can make them.
Tony Cartagena, ESPN Cleveland. You mentioned the struggles on the second night of a back-to-back. Is there one thing in particular you can put your finger on as to say why? Is it fatigue, or what do you see, I guess, when you're watching film, the difference between the front end and the back end?
I couldn't tell you.
Is that concerning that you can't tell us?
No, I'm not concerned. I just can't. I couldn't tell you.
Back row, Chris.
Chris Haynes, Cleveland.com. Coach, obviously you guys have a bigger goal in mind. These regular season games, I wouldn't call them meaningless by any stretch of the imagination, but have you found yourself having to put forth many challenges to your team to try to keep them engaged until that postseason hits?
Yeah, well, you try to, just to keep them engaged, and knowing right now going down the stretch of the season, which is a long season, and 75 in. I mean, a long, grueling season, and fighting through injuries all year, and guys playing a lot more minutes, not playing as many minutes. So, right now, just trying to keep them locked in for these last 7 games, like you said, going into the playoffs, so we can, be ready to go.
Have these last 12 games or so, have they seemed like really long period?
Yes, at times.
Okay.
Yes.
Ty, you guys got your 53rd win tonight. In your 75th game last year, you had 53 all season. Do you think that offers some perspective to perhaps that you guys have made some steps this year, even though it seems like there's been, kind of a back and forth type of season?
I think it's a credit to the players. I think they've done a great job, like you said, winning 53 games last year, and now having 53, having a chance to get more than that this year. And, we just, like you said, guys, just keep working to continue to get better. And, like I said, I told the guys before the game, we win tonight's game, we had 11-5 month, which I'll take, all these back-to-backs this month. Being 11-5 out of 16 games is pretty good. So, yes.